On tonight's episode of Supernatural Visions, I investigate two Chicagoland haunts, Showman's Rest and Hotel Baker. First stop, Showman's Rest. Showman's Rest Cemetery is the final resting place for those who perished during the Hagenbeck-Wallace train wreck in 1918. This accident occurred due to lack of sleep, and to make matters worse, fire erupted in each car after the accident. To this day, many circus performers choose to be buried there, and people leave pennies in tribute, which I did as well. We're here at the tribute to the Hagenbeck-Wallace circus train, and it's this horrible wreck we're going to be going really deep into on our Halloween episode. I wanted to give you guys a little bit of insight into what we're looking at here. So I'm going to back it up a little bit and show you guys some of these unknown graves. So basically what we're looking at is a place where all of these performers who were maimed beyond recognition in this horrible train wreck that happened on June 22nd, 1918. And today we're going to be doing an investigation where we are trying to not only pay tribute to these performers, but we're also trying to make it known that they're still important. People are still listening. People are still there. And we're going to see if they have any messages for us. Hey everybody, like I said, this is Little Falcon and we are at Showman's Rest. It is located here right next to the Windy City. We are in the shadow of the Sears Tower and other such amazing buildings. And we're here today to do an investigation on one of the most known train wrecks probably in United States history. All right, we're gonna do number 41. I'm gonna come back here in a minute. Okay, now I'm back with my equipment. I've got out my authentic millimeter and I'm going to start with the temperature and see if we get any fluctuations near where the grave is. Now naturally guys, it's going to be a little different temperature whether it's raised up or it's on the ground. So we're at about 61. And now we're going to set the millimeter here and we're going to try to make contact, okay guys? So you can see a little bit, check that out, 0.1. That is registering any sort of electric wavelength that you have here. It's called a milligauss, and we see 63, 60, that's from sitting in the sun. So I'm going to start asking my questions. Is there anybody there? If you are with me and you want to say something, you can come right here and touch this machine and let me know. And while we're at it, I'm going to put on a proximity meter, the REM feature, which will make it to where if you touch this, see like this, and let me know that you're here. So I'm going to step back for a little bit. So my name is Little Falcon and I am here today because I know what happened to you guys and I wanted to pay homage. I was hoping that there was a positive message you wanted to send someone, or if there was anything you wanted to tell anybody. You can start off just by coming down here and touching this like this and letting us know that you're here. So far we haven't seen any temperature fluctuations. Okay, so just letting you guys know, we're already having massive technical difficulties because I can't get the millimeter to turn off. This is after the first grave, number 41. Sounds like there's a lot of you here. How many? 2? Who wants to step forward and talk? What's your name? Did you die in the horrible train wreck? Whoa. After we filmed the 2 sessions trying to communicate with the unmarked graves, all of our batteries went dead. So we had to reassess and decide what to do from there. The analysis and review of this particular haunt was amazing. We have to come back and try to investigate what the number 7 was all about. We packed up our things and headed to Hotel Baker. Caught by a train. Things that you don't miss. Train over there. Train over here. And here goes another train. One of the many wonders of Chicagoland. Everywhere you go, there's a different train track. I've literally got caught in between train tracks. I just had to sit there. Okay, legit, no lie, that one train just ended, and look guys, here comes another train. Although luckily this is the commuter, so whew. Okay, so I said we're gonna be done fast. Here comes another. After finally getting through all those trains, we pulled into St. Charles, Illinois. Located right off the Fox River, the Hotel Baker stands at 6 stories high. Built in 1928, this has been the premier honeymoon spot for decades. So everybody, we have arrived and gotten to our room. Check out the amazing furniture. You're not going to get that from any modern hotel. As you can see, we've just pretty much got here, threw our stuff down. We were just at the Showman's Rest. Ooh, look at that. That is some pretty artwork. Hi guys. This is just gorgeous. Wow. Yeah, so it's nothing like you're going to get in the modern hotels. Does it have a creepy vibe? Yes, it does. Alright, let's take a look at the rest of the room. One of the best features about this room is that you do actually have a little bit of a view of the Fox River. You guys can see there's a lot of what we would call trigger objects. These are all old pieces of furniture that hold a lot of energy. So for everyone who's come through here and things that have happened in the room, these older objects, they do hold that energy. Now we're set up and getting ready, and we're going to do a baseline sweep of the room. So I want to kind of get an idea of what we're looking at. 1.1, 1.2. So we're going to say that that could be something. So let's go over here to the window. We're at about 68 for most parts of the room, which should be able to set us up with a good baseline. See, as we go back through again, we want to know, is that a 1? That's a 0.9, 0.7. So, okay, I think we kind of have a general idea of what we're looking at here. And now I think we're ready to start. My name is Little Falcon. I'm here to respectfully visit you. And if you have any part of your story you want to be told, I'm here to tell it. Is there anybody with me? I have this wonderful machine right next to me, and you can come by it. And if you do, it'll show me. It'll show me by making it, these numbers get larger. So far it's wavered from 0.8 to 0.9. I don't see any change in temperature. We're going to keep going. As I said, my name is Little Falcon. I mean you no harm. I only want good spirits here. I'm not opening up to anything negative, and I am only wanting good here. I'm beginning to see a slight fluctuation. If that's you, why don't you go ahead and do that again. It's only a 0.1 to 0.9, and now it's 1.1. If that's you, make it go higher. That 1 could go to 2. What's your name? I'm going to put on the proximity meter. So this is basically like a REM pod, and if anything gets too close, it's going to touch it. And take off our temperature sensor on the millimeter. Okay, let's try this again. That was me. As I said, my name is Little Falcon. We're here to try to get your story. If you're with us, you can simply show me by coming over and touching right here. And it'll let me know that you're with us. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to put on the ghost box. Is there anybody here with us tonight? My name is Little Falcon. What's your name? I heard a woman jump to her death here. Is that true? It has been a complete energy drain the entire time. So we just put a fresh battery in. We have barely done any filming at all whatsoever. And now it's dead. Pretty much dead. When we were at Showman's Rest, everybody wanted to talk. There was voice after voice. This was complete and total radio silence. So I'm also thinking we need to go outside. I'm thinking that could be a big hot spot too. be in here.
I know.
Let's go out of here.
Would you like to talk? Really? Would you like to say some more? I'm looking for a woman who tried to commit, I believe committed suicide here. I'm not 100% sure. Do you know about her? Is there anybody else out there? Really? Sound like you said psycho. Well, I definitely don't want anybody crazy, so let's just get that. I'm trying to speak to the woman who killed herself. We would like to help spread your story, maybe help put your situation to rest. Well, they sure seem to want to talk about you. There's all these men. What about you? Really? I hear some full-on sentences from some guys, but what about you? The woman? This is your opportunity. Don't let them speak for you. There, I heard a woman's voice. Because it sounds like men have done you wrong. They always do something? I heard that clearly. I want to spread your story. What's your name? I heard a couple different things there. We'll see. All right. Thanks, guys, for your help. But I talked a little to her. Okay.
It's been a long and busy day, so we are getting ourselves together and ready for bed. I am super tired. I really don't know though how much I can sleep. Yeah, the room has been interesting. The whole place gives me a vibe. We've had repeated issues with technical stuff. We've lost batteries for everything. We had 2 batteries for the camcorder, and literally one was dead before we could use it, and the other one went dead, after about 6 minutes. So we've done our best. I've had to use my cell phone. So, yep, going to bed. We'll see how this goes. As I said, my name is Little Falcon. What's your name? I had quite the experience at the Hotel Baker. I had no idea all those orbs were watching me, and that is what was draining all of our energy. We also got some incredible EVPs outside by the Fox River. I definitely would like to come back and investigate this one again. Thank you for joining me. This is Little Falcon, and make sure to subscribe to my YouTube channel, Supernatural Visions with Little Falcon, to keep up on the most recent videos. And check me out on Facebook at Little Falcon Tarot Readings. Hello, everybody. Happy Halloween, and this is Little Falcon. It is great to see everybody who has joined me now for the live session. I just wanted to thank you guys for sticking around through the whole thing. It's much appreciated. So if you're out there, let me know. I'll be responding live to Q&A a little bit from now. So what we're going to do is do basically a little head count. So if any of you can hear me, let me know. So this is my very first live stream and premiere of my show, Supernatural Visions with Little Falcon. So I'm super excited to share this with you guys, and there's so much information here. So we're going to get to it very shortly. We're going to adjust things a little bit. All right. Here we go. Try to get us a little bit of a less screen glare for you and do our best here. Perfect. So let's get into it. So happy Halloween, and I hope you guys have had a great holiday so far. Make sure you guys are burning white candles if you do any sort of actual rituals other than like trick or treating, because we know that the veil thins during this time of the year, and it's really important we respect it. So let's dive right in, guys. So I just was so excited to share this with you, and this new episode has been fairly groundbreaking for me for what I'm doing. So I wanted to get into just a few quick things about the investigation. But when we get, before we get to that, I need to talk about a couple things. So Little Falcon Tarot has gone through an amazing process of transformation this year. The past couple of years, guys, has been pretty intense. We can all attest to that. And so what we've been doing, and meaning me and my significant other, who is my camera guy, Rick, he's the love of my life, and him and I have spent all summer traveling and trying to find direction. So between trying to be more natural and work on, connecting back to, the source, we're also, trying to find each of our own way career-wise. So if you guys don't know anything about me, I am Little Falcon. I am a third generation reader. I've been doing this now for over 20 years, professionally on Keen.com. And also I've had my own business, Little Falcon Tarot Readings, since 2013. I am an empath. I've always felt feelings. I can medium if I choose to do so. I'm entering a new genre, guys. This whole thing with this has been amazing. So I wanted to share with you part of my growth. So what we did was go all over Illinois. And we went in a little bit of Missouri, but in Illinois, we found some great spots. And I'm going to go into that later to let you guys know what to expect on Supernatural Visions this season. So we're going to transition now quickly into about this investigation. So I'm going to be brief because I'm going to release little bits of larger sound, like louder, for all those EVPs. So the great thing about those are that they are really clear, but you really need headphones to hear a lot of them right now. The other thing I want to do, like I said, is not just do that, but we're going to do a little bit about the orbs, and we're going to get into that too. So let's start real quick with Showman's Rest. So I'm not going to kill it for you guys if you haven't seen it already, but I'm going to say this. The number 7 is repeated on the level that I know I need to go back. I know I need to find out what 7 means, what this is all about. The other side to it is I felt I was missing a few other things. I'm going to come back and do the SLS Ghost app because I was seeing things on some statues that I don't think belong to be there, but this is a bit out of our genre at the time, because when we're doing this investigation, we're only using so many things. This is my first professional style investigation, not just using my own skills. So it was different, and we're going to come back because I feel there was a few things, and I may show a little bit of that later. But the other things about this particular Showman's Rest was the amount of voices I heard. So that was a little startling. It was the type of thing that I've heard repeatedly from people who tape these things. And when you're taping these things, there's often a lot of voices, and we heard a lot of voices. It was on par with stuff that I would say was like, maybe it was a lot of their voices. It was like 10, 15, 20 voices. It was a chorus at times. So it was pretty intense. So we're going to, like I said, release some more of the EVPs from that. Those were pretty good. I was using the Ghost Box. And we got a lot of energy drain. You know, we lost batteries there immediately, and I had to start to recharge because we were headed somewhere else. And the other side to it was I had that issue with the millimeter. And you know, these things can be touchy, but we also had something erased. So they erased, or whatever, or however this happened. I feel there was an energy field. I'm going to explain this a little in a moment after I finish this other part about the Baker Hotel. It feels like something messed with our things. Okay. So I'm going to transition real quick to the Baker Hotel because that was intense with the orbs. I didn't see them. I only experienced them later looking at this going, this makes so much more sense because all of our stuff gets drained. And I'm thinking, why is it getting drained? And that's, you know, a mystery at the time because we weren't getting tons of hits on the inside of the hotel room. The hotel room itself has like a lot of old vibes. So that's my impression. So to be clear with you guys, I'm thinking that the hotel itself has a lot of old souls, a lot of people who are, you know, and I'm feeling kind of, you know, wistful and sort of romantically waxing about this place, but there's that energy there. We're gonna go back. I got some great energy hits with those orbs. They drained all our stuff. Then when I went out to the Fox River, it was intense. There was so many voices. So you go from a place where I have to tell you, it doesn't matter if you're indoor or outdoor, that little ghost box gets great reception. I can like in my house when I have living in the country here, I get great reception. And I'm actually doing investigations here. I'll get into that a little bit later, briefly. That just makes you know that these are something that we can't explain. You know, I'm going to leave it there for right now. So I will tell you guys that these trips that we've been taking all summer have given us incredible inspiration. I suggest you guys get out of your comfort zone. We're going to move on from the investigations and the premiere because I feel a lot of it speaks for itself. And we are actually now forwardly focusing on other places to go to, which we're going to get into real briefly in a sec. Now I want to announce something really cool that I'm doing to connect with everybody who is already on Little Falcon Tarot. If you guys know me from Instagram, and now if you guys know me from Supernatural Visions and from YouTube, I'm going to be doing a free Friday tarot reading session. So basically every other Friday, you know, schedule permit, because I will be having a lot of investigations going on coming up here soon. We're going to do a free that's like a mouthful, you guys. Free reading Friday. All you need to do is like my page. You have to go to Little Falcon Tarot though, and that is on Instagram and Facebook. And every Friday I will be trying to put out a new ad, and you have to like it. So every other Friday we will actually go live. So I wanted to announce that, and that just seems like a mouthful. So what we're going to do next is I have gotten a lot of Q&A from people over the last couple of months. And when I announced this show specifically, I got some Q&A. So from people that I didn't really expect. And so I'm going to answer a few, and then we're going to quickly transition into where I'm going to go. And if anyone wants a free reading, I am here. Okay. I'm going to start off with Kendra from Louisiana. So she, and I know she probably can't see the broadcast live right now. I didn't expect to see her necessarily here because she actually has to work. This I understand. Her question was actually pretty simple. Do I have a favorite tool that I use for ghost hunting? Okay. So at this point, I have to tell you, it's a tie between using our camera, our camcorder with the night vision and the ghost box. Each one has yielded incredible things. So I found that pretty cool. And the new things we want to do, those are going to be coming in the episodes, but I want to slowly integrate them. So the reason why is when we initially started this, we were frankly shocked with some of the stuff we got. Now, not all the orbs are necessarily things that we can say what they are, but they were draining our stuff. I felt very much so. So we're going to move on. Chris P. from New Jersey. How did I get into my career? Okay, so I'm a third generation reader. I started and stumbled upon this at about 15 accidentally, and I've always been an empath, sensitive. I have seen ghosts, spirit, energy, all kinds of things I can't really explain. That's kind of why I'm doing the show, but I've been helping people my whole life. So it came by, naturally. It's just pretty much how it is in my family. Either you have a little bit of it or you don't. So I want to say that majority of us have it, and if you don't have a little bit of it, that's kind of a shock. So I don't really think that's the whole sum of the story, but we're running out of time here as I look down, and we have a time limit. So I'll go into my history at another time, but I just wanted to say that's a pretty good question. But I come by it honestly. It's just pretty much my life for my family. One last question we have time for. Jenny, Rhode Island, Jenny S. I did get like a couple of questions from Jenny's over the past couple months. Where would I like to investigate? Okay. So I only put a little bit of thought into this because I have been trying to avoid the haunts that everybody's been to, but there's some in Chicago I have to go to. So if I had to pick places everyone would recognize, one would of course be the Stanley Hotel, which I have heard is not open to necessarily this sort of thing. And I don't know if it's like taking people now, but I do know that they shy away from it. Okay. And then I've been into this whole ghost mine thing, the whole ghost town and the whole haunted mine. And I know that sounds silly, but that's always been kind of something I wanted to do. I kind of think out of the box for all this. So that'll lead into the next part of this, which is what are we going to do? I'm going to do a lot of Chicago haunts first. We're going to go to all kinds of interesting locations where cemeteries, hotels. I want to explore with you guys what we can do with modern technology and also me being an empath. So some suggestions and things that we've heard from other people and places I want to go. The Drake Hotel. We want to go to the Congress Hotel. These are all downtown. We want to go to the State Pineapple Hotel, which actually that one, it used to be an office building where Al Capone's drug dealer used to live, and he got shot there in broad daylight, the drug dealer, and there is reported activity there. We have stayed there. And I would love to do an investigation because it was really it had the same vibe in a way as the Baker Hotel. So I just realized, wow, there's like a gold mine there, a place I've actually been to already, and Allerton Park in Central Illinois, another place I've been to. We're also thinking about places in Kankakee. There's some old cemeteries, as well as, this is going to sound a little funny, my house. We're dealing with some interesting EVPs we've gotten. And so I would say to you guys, if you're going to do stuff at your own house to safeguard yourself, which I've done my best, but I'm respectfully and in an interested way that's not seeking evil, trying to understand energy I feel around me. Also, there's this cool one I forgot to mention, this Graceland Cemetery, and this is in also Chicago, where this doll, okay, it's like she disappears out of this case and comes back. It's a cool story, but we won't go too deep into that now. So we're going to be going all over, you guys, and I'm really excited. So if you guys have any ideas of where you'd like me to go, suggestions for show topics, we're going to cover everything. We're going to do myths, legends, lore. We're going to do Sasquatch, UFOs. It's going to be all over the place, but primarily each show that we do, each episode rather, is going to have a haunted location. So like I said, thank you guys so much for joining me. So if there's anybody live now who would like to have a free reading, let's take a look here at the comments. This is your time. So you could also ask me a question. We did have a little Q&A session with people who had actually written me already. But if you guys are live now and there's anything you guys want to talk about, I did see a few people were here and someone was starting to ask me a question. So we're going to take one more moment and wait for that. So if you guys just are joining me now, you can get a free reading. You just need to go down there and request it. So I wanted to mention one last thing while we're waiting here. When you do these investigations, there's residual energy and things that kind of stay with you. So I'm going to quickly go on 2 little things that happened, 3 actually. When we had the information erased from our first investigation, when we went to Showman's Rest, we had 2 graves we were doing, 41 and I think it was like 35. But before we could even deal with it, it erased itself. So that was really intriguing. If you guys are just joining me now, if you're interested in a free reading or you have a question for me, please go right ahead. I'm checking the comments to see if anybody has anything to say. To continue on with what I'm saying, so we not only lost that footage, but when we came home, we had technical difficulties all the way around. My cameraman and my significant other, Rick, his phone got wiped. I had an incident where a ring that I had been wearing, I lost a stone out of it. We had all kinds of weird issues. I don't think something followed us home, but I will say this, I saged, and I think that it's important to respect things, and that's what we did. I kind of cleansed all throughout the day when we came back, and it kind of feels like you can't do things without maybe a price being exacted. So we'll just leave it there. So be careful, guys, tonight when you're out there doing your Halloween shenanigans, your trick-or-treating. I know it's getting late. If you guys are watching this later on YouTube, make sure you hit alert and subscribe and all that stuff so you can watch this when it comes out live. This way you can participate. You can also find me personally for readings and anything you're interested in regarding the show at Little Falcon Tarot Readings on Facebook. And I'm also on Instagram as Little Falcon. Once again, thank you guys so much. Have a really happy Halloween. Thank you so much again for joining me for this premiere. It's been great. Take care, and I'm going to see you guys soon. See you next time.